Welcome back, everybody, for TGN Technology and the Smoking Android. My name is Jared, and today we're going to show you guys a new ROM for the Motorola Atrix 4G, care of one of my favorite developers, StevenDeb25. Just a fantastic guy, and he just comes out with the most unusual ports. Now, this one in particular is called Mokee ROM, or Mokee ROM, or Mokee OS. I haven't really decided which one it is yet. And it's actually a Chinese port. And man, those guys over there do some great work. And Steven Deb is, wow, thank you very much to him for porting this over to the Atrix. But it is actually based on CyanogenMod 7, which release candidate, I'm not too sure, but I'm assuming it is the most recent one. But anyway, starting from the lock screen here, pretty cool stuff. So as you can see, you can just go shortcuts right to your phone, camera, or right into your messaging application, or just go ahead and slide down to unlock, like so. Now, one thing I did want to mention about this ROM is that when you do flash and install it, everything's going to be in Chinese. Now, for some people, just a simple reboot will fix that problem, and you'll get everything back to English. But for those of you that are still having the problem like me, for instance, when I flashed it, and then even after a reboot, it was all still in Chinese, unfortunately. So what you're going to do, follow along here if you are flashing this ROM. If you're just checking it out for the review video, then you probably don't need to do this and just skip ahead a little bit. So what we'll do is we'll go ahead and jump into the application drawer. Then you're going to locate that icon right there, which is your settings icon. From in there, you're going to click the middle button, which is System. And from there, you're going to click the second one down, which is Language and Keyboard. Now, keeping in mind, this is all going to be in Chinese for you guys, right? So you just, keep in mind for the positions of where I'm pressing. From there, you're going to click this one right here, which is the first one, the first option there, which is Select Language. Obviously, you're going to be in Chinese, but these will show in English for you, even though the entire system UI is in Chinese. And then, obviously, you'll either pick United States or United Kingdom. So, obviously, I'm in Canada, but we speak English here, and it's pretty similar to the UK. But anyways, moving on from there, and then from that point on, everything should be in English. Now, furthermore, I actually went again into the app drawer even after doing that, and all the applications, well, at least some of them were still in Chinese. So all I did just to completely fix that was just a quick reboot, and that wiped everything, all the Chinese out of it, and it's all completely English now. So very cool stuff there. Now let's go ahead and start talking about the ROM. Now, first thing you'll notice is obviously it's got a different type of launcher. This is actually, from what I understand, the Mokee OS proprietary launcher. So as you can see here, it just looks a little bit different, some different icons than what we're normally used to. The ROM itself is very fast, very fluid, and just overall, I've been playing with it for a little while now, and it seems like a really, really, really cool ROM. If I was still using my Motorola Atrix as my daily driver, I would definitely be using this ROM. And we'll be diving into the settings in just a minute here, but let's look over some of the sort of more basic options and features that everybody uses on a regular basis, starting with the dialer. Go ahead and jump into dialer there, and this is the look. A really slick, new, sort of modern look to it. It does have that sort of predictive contact thing, so you just start entering the different letters, the beginning letters of a contact's name, and it will just jump right to them. So cool stuff there, and obviously you can just press that button and hide the dialer, call log, contacts. I don't have any contacts or my Google account set up, but obviously everything will be in here, and of course your favorites, so nothing different there, but just a bit of a different look, even though it is based on CyanogenMod 7, right? So let's go ahead and jump into, whoops, that's actually contacts. Let's go ahead and jump into the SMS. Now, because I don't have my contacts downloaded, I can't particularly send an SMS to anybody in particular. However, this does have a bubble style sort of interface, dialogue interface, so that's pretty cool. Plus, apparently it's got new SMS pop-up prompts. I'm not really sure what that means because, again, I don't have any contacts loaded onto this device, so I can't really test that out for you guys, but it sounds cool nevertheless, so we'll go ahead and press that. As you can see, it's got the stock CyanogenMod 7 keyboard on it. I'm not really too sure what font we're rocking here, but it does look gingerbreadish, so nothing really too new there. Now, you'll notice right away the notification bar is a little bit different. Obviously, this is just generally where all the notifications would be displayed, but we go ahead and I don't know why this isn't showing anymore, but about 2 seconds ago, it was showing all the different toggles, and I have absolutely no idea where those went to. Unfortunately, I'm very sorry for that, guys, but it does have all of your toggles there. Maybe it's something I messed around with when I was playing around with the settings, but all of your toggles are displayed right here in switch. Everything you can imagine, Wi-Fi, rotation, screen brightness, all that good stuff is right there. But anyways, that's something for you guys to test out. I'm pretty sure I mucked something up along the way, which is why it's not showing those different toggle switches. Moving on from there, we're going to go ahead and jump right into the camera application. So we'll jump into the camera. As you can see, it does work. It is fully working. But what's really neat about this is that it does have, what was it called? Native two-dimensional support. What that means is beyond me. I'm assuming that all cameras can handle 2 dimensions. But regardless, the cool thing about this camera, in my opinion, is that it has an integrated barcode scanner. Instead of having to download a QR code scanner yourself, or not QR, I'm sorry, barcode scanner yourself, you've got one built right into the application. So whenever you're at the store or anything, you just want to do some price cross-referencing, then go ahead and tap on that bad boy and it'll take you into what you need to do. Now, as you can see here, the theme is actually really, really simplistic. And, you know, if any of you have been following me for any time at all, you'll know that I am a huge fan of simplicity, more so when it comes to ROMs. I can't stand it when people sort of overcomplicate their ROMs with too many features and too many looks and all these different colors going on. So very, very simple theme going on. You do actually have the option to download themes. Considering this is a CyanogenMod 7 ROM, there are themes out there. Now, whether or not you'd be looking specifically for a Mokee OS theme itself, I don't really know. I haven't really delved into it too much, but we'll kind of just leave that up to you guys. So very cool looking theme here. Go ahead and click on the menu button there, and it brings up well, I'm not going to call it a drop down menu, but the expanded menu here. So you've got manage applications, add. So obviously you can edit, you know, your home screens, things like that, as well as Mokee Launcher, which is the launcher that comes with the ROM. So here's all the basic, you know, customizations that you can do here. You know, pretty standard for a lot of the different launchers out there. Just short of that, we'll go ahead and jump back into there, and we'll go ahead and click more. So there's just some more things there. Search wallpapers. We're going to take a quick look at wallpapers, jump into Mokee wallpapers. We've actually got a lot of really, really nice ones here, which is really nice to see because I find a lot of custom ROMs don't actually have a lot of wallpapers, but this one actually does have quite a few, which is always nice because, you know, you go and you download your own wallpapers, you try and crop it, and it always ends up screwing up. So these ones are already cropped for you, ready to go. It's very nice to see here. I don't know if this is Stephen Debs doing, but it's got a couple of pictures of some hot chicks here, so that's always fun to see. So we'll get out of there. Now let's go ahead and jump right into the settings here, because that's the real fun part. So go into settings, we'll go over to the far left tab, and it's kind of like CyanogenMod 7, except they've kind of broken it up really nicely. So as you can see here, you've got wireless networks, standard stuff in there, call settings, all these options, they all do the same thing. One extra little feature that they have included, though, is purchase information. So we'll go ahead and jump into purchase information. And while you're in here, you can actually check out your warranty information. So the purchase information is actually based on your device. So it checks your device. And so as soon as you click on that, it'll actually give you a little prompt. You're going to have to enable it or allow it to search and contact Motorola to find out your information. You know, it doesn't really matter because by this point in time, your warranty's already done because you're all rooted and you have your bootloader unlocked and everything like that. So it gives you all your information there, gives you, you know, manufacturer's locale, so where it was made in, the date and the device ship date. Jump over to the warranty tab and it gives you some additional information here. You can update your warranty information. As you can see, mine is out of warranty, and actually that's because the warranty expired in June the 1st. So yeah, device repair count 0 times, you know, but anyway, so just go ahead and jump back into settings there, and we'll go ahead and continue over to system here. Now while we're in systems, it looks pretty basic, right? But then of course we have system updates and super user. System update, I'm assuming, is probably an over-the-air update for the particular ROM itself, but because I don't have an SD card inserted, it's not really going to work for me at the moment. One thing that is mentioned in the OP of the thread for this ROM is that Stephen Debs says you're going to need to download Super User from the market. Even though it looks like it is here, I'm still going to recommend just downloading it from the market yourself. Just because it is recommended. And of course we have dock, so you've got your audio and dock insertion, very cool stuff there. Going down to developer options, bunch of developer options in here, very nice to see as always. And go ahead and jump into personal. Now we hit input, and of course we've got all the basic stuff, you know, volume, rocker, wake, things like that. We can jump into switches here, so you can turn on and off the shutter sound, toggle power on sound. Auto call record, so every single phone call you make, it starts recording. So you're obviously going to have a really need to have a really large SD card if you do want to do that. That's probably for more paranoid people. And Google Services switcher, disable or enable Google apps, which I thought was really, really fantastic. Something that you don't really see in a whole lot of ROMs. Moving on from that, you've actually got something really cool here, ad block, built right into the ROM. You can update the database list. You can set a custom filter. You can change the status. I don't know, maybe. Oh no, current status is default, so you can't change the status. Restore or gives you the amount of items that are currently being filtered. So really, really cool stuff there. I do like that. Moving down from there, we've got the Mokee launcher, which we just showed you guys a moment ago. Theme chooser, as you can see, themes, yep. And status bar settings, just like, standard SandagMod 7, you got your power widget buttons, and you can select which ones you want on and off. I really like the theme, though. As you can see here, they're really toggle type buttons as opposed to just like the little holes that you could just kind of check. So very cool stuff there, part of the theme. Battery status or battery status style, so we'll go into percentage, obviously. Very, very cool stuff there. All right, so we're nearing the end of our video now, and just to go over the last couple of things here, apparently this has got a voice assistant. Now, I don't know if it was an application or if it's just built right into the Google search. However, I did notice that it had some extra accuracy. Apparently, you can do things like, make phone calls, send text messages. In fact, I've actually confirmed the call as far as the send text is concerned, because I don't have my Google Contacts imported onto this device. I was unable to complete a phone call. However, it did seem to work. You can do things like check the weather, do all kinds of hands-free stuff, but it's really comprehensive and accurate, to quote the definition from the thread itself. So very, 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 very quick. Like if I was to do something like this just to demonstrate, what's the weather like? And I mean, as you can see there, that was super, super fast. Now, a little bit earlier, the last time I tried it, it actually popped up with this sort of what seemed to be like a Google Now card, believe it or not. And it actually had a slider so I could actually select the different times throughout the day, and it gave me the predicted temperature, which I thought was really, really cool. For some reason, it doesn't seem to be popping up right now. Maybe it's just the way that I spoke, but it seemed to work. So, play around with a little bit there. Very, very cool stuff there. And last but not least, this does have full fingerprint support. I'm going to go ahead and just try and find out where the heck that was, but I found it just before I started the video, but I can't seem to find it anymore. I don't know why. I know you guys are probably like, it's right there, but I've been using my Samsung Galaxy S3 lately a lot, so anyways, it's in there somewhere. It does have HDMI mirroring support. Unfortunately, it has no web top. Mind you, I don't think there's any SandagMod 7 ports for the Atrix that have web top enabled, but of course fingerprint is working, so very, very cool ROM. Thank you very much to Steve and Deb for porting this to us. I mean, it is fantastic. I haven't been able to find anything that isn't working with this that I haven't isn't sort of user faulted, considering I don't have my Google account set up or an SD card in here. I just flash this from internal memory. So very, very, very cool stuff here. Thank you very much to Steve and Deb. Once again, I know I should probably stop kissing his ass, right? Take that bib off my chin. Anyways, guys, thanks again for watching. I'll be posting a link in the description below for you guys to download this. Hopefully those beginning instructions on how to change from Chinese to English was really, really helpful. If they were, maybe shoot me a thumbs up on this video. And if you haven't already, you might want to consider subscribing for more videos in the future, because we're going to have a lot of app reviews and ROM reviews and product reviews, things like that. But again, thank you very much for watching, guys, for TGN Technology and the Smoking Android. My name is Jared, and we shall see you guys in the next video.